Oh, I had something a little unusual happen tonight. I'll get my laptop going here real quick. Let's see. I gotta refresh this. There it is. So I can see the chat. Let me grab a bottle here of water. Now, this one will do for right now, I guess. Let's see. I don't know how long I'll be on. See a little sand down there. I'll sit dragging it back here somewhere. The protector. Oh man. Hey, got somebody out here. I wonder if it's Chew or maybe it could be Mishy. I don't know. Let's see. I want to get this off this green thing. Had an unusual pour tonight. Not sure if I'll be doing that particular type of pour again. Not with that. Not with what I had. We're going to talk about it here shortly. I think it was a copper brass alloy. Not sure what else was in it. Hey, Chew, how you doing? I thought it might be you. I think I inadvertently poured my first piece of brass tonight. I don't know. It made a heck of a boom when I put it in the quench water. Oh boy. Can't wait till we get a few people out here and your subscribers. See if maybe Bellows Forge comes on. Not sure. Yeah, we're going to talk about the pour I did. I was going to do it live. I was listening to Michael Stackins, and I had was listening to it. I got kind of busy putting some metal in my 2 auto furnace, my 3 kilo. I got some metal melted, which looked like copper. I knew it was probably an alloy, but it really looked like copper. It took a little longer for it to melt. Hey, Artistine, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, I'm going to talk about that pour I did last tonight, just before my live, just 20 minutes ago. This one right here, that one's pure 9. That's pure copper. That's pure copper. That I don't know what it is. I don't know what that is. I'm pretty sure it's some type of a copper brass alloy. It's a different color than the copper. It actually looks a little golden. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I don't know how well you can see it, but I'm going to call this the Angry Dragon. Uh, he gave me some troubles. Yeah, he did. He gave me some troubles. I did a video on it. I'll post that tomorrow. It's about a 3.5 minute video. But yeah, I got 9 people. I got 9, 1 like, 11, 1 like. Come on, smash that like button. Get enough people out here in the chat. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. See if anybody can help me out with it. I got some copper tonight, which I thought was copper, and I started thinking about it. I wanted to see how it would melt my 2 auto furnace. I thought it would melt pretty good, and it didn't. It took quite a bit longer, and it didn't seem like it fully wanted to melt. Hi, Milton. How you doing? What what that is? What that is? It's copper pores. It's all copper pores, all but this one. This one keeps wanting to stick because it's got some metal in the back. I just poured that one tonight, and I'm pretty sure it's brass. Well, I mean, brass is composed of copper, but inadvertently, I didn't really, I didn't think it would be brass, but it didn't melt the same. Oh wow! Ooh, hi, hi, hi. What is that? Hi. Oh boy! Don't flood the chat, please. Bombs. Matthew Bombs eats high. Hey, Rosbabo, what you making? I don't know. I made another dragon, but it's not copper. It's not 999 copper. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Rosbabo. I was kind of hoping, maybe Bellows Forge could come out here and help me a little bit. I know it's not solid brass. I've seen brass before. But what I had gotten, I had gotten some pieces, and I wanted to see how well they would melt. And I tried not to go in there too much, but I was in and out trying to get to melt. Um, it didn't melt the same, and it took a little while for it to melt. But I got it to melt, and it took a little longer, and I had to keep my two auto furnace right on 1200 Celsius. So I don't know what else was in there. I'm sure somebody that's a welder could probably maybe know, or somebody that's familiar with the pieces that I use. Hello, Mr. Anonymous Legend. How you doing? Silver's getting cramped. Yeah, the silver's getting cramped. It sure is. Yeah, yeah, I did a little while ago. That was another T-Bird bar, and of course I made that mold all by hand by my fingers, and pretty much in a sand cast. I made that four-leaf clover to commemorate my first pouring for St. Patrick's Day. I actually did it on a Sunday, not on St. Patrick's Day before. But really wish that Bells could come out here. Cause like I said, I'm going to post that video tomorrow. You'll have to stay tuned for that video. Hey, you, how you doing? Now, he might. I don't know if you. I can't know how to pronounce his name, so I just call him Yeo. Maybe he might be able to help me. I don't know. He's poured quite a bit of stuff like aluminum and stuff like that. I think he's poured some copper. But I got some pieces that were thrown out that looked like they were copper, but they're for like welding pieces. I could actually probably go get one, but it didn't melt the same. I wanted to see how well it would melt, and I actually let me bring the camera over here just a little bit. I got it melted, and it had like a whitish film on top of my rinse water. And actually, when I was poured it out, it was pouring, but it seemed like it didn't all want to melt on the top. And I got a little prong, and I went in there and I kind of tucked it down in. It was soft, but it was like spongy, some stuff on the top. And I decided to pour it. And as I poured it into the sand cast for this dragon pour that I'd made real quick, I poured it in there, and it was pouring pretty good. Not as It was more sluggish than the copper was, because when the copper and the silver that I pour, it comes out nice, just like liquid water. This didn't. It came out rather slow, and it was more elastic, like. And if you look at this is pure copper. This dragon that I made is pure copper. And if you look in comparison to this is more yellow. And at the end, when there was still stuff in there, it was elastic, like almost like a taffy coming out. So I stopped where it was, and it kind of almost bonded to. I mean, almost. I don't know, but maybe you can tell me. Caused by rapid cooling and potential brittleness, and it's high reflective, which can be cause issues with laser welding. Welding copper. Welding copper can be challenging due to its high thermal. Yeah, it was. It's pieces from a welding machine that were thrown out. They're like the trying to think. I can't remember what they were called. I can't think of the name of it. But hey Danny, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, I think it looked copper colored. Um, but they're not. It's I think they're used like a lot for spot welding type things. They're like a round copper piece, and they're like about, I don't know, about dime size wide, and they're about an inch long, and then they're like a cap, like an elongated button. And that's what they were, but they look copper. And I thought they probably were, but I don't think they were. I think it was an alloy because I had troubles melting it. It melted a little bit, it took a little bit longer than my normal copper. Um, but once I poured it and put it in rinse water, I mean, of course, this is a pretty good sized piece. I don't even know how much this weighs, but let's take, oops, sorry, let's take a look. Let me get this here and let's take a look. Let me see if I can see how much this weighs. Okay, I'm on ounces. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty hefty. 13.26. Yeah, I used almost not all of it because I had 16 ounces worth in there. Each piece was just a little over 2 ounces. The piece that I used, and that's 13.26. But I pretty sure it's got to be a copper brass alloy. Because look at the difference between my copper that I've been using, my pure copper, and this piece. Can you see the difference? This is like a more of a golden yellow color. I'm calling this one the Angry Dragon because when I dropped it inside the rinse, boy, did it pop. It like a little mini explosion almost. And the water went spraying all over. You'll see that in my video when I post it tomorrow. I'm going to call that the Angry Dragon. Something else was in the copper. Yeah, it wasn't pure copper. It wasn't pure copper. I think it's got a part to do with maybe the heating of what happens when you're doing electrical or when you're doing welding. Um, yeah, but I don't think I'll be using that stuff anymore because I'd gotten some pretty good brass that Bellows Forge had sent me, and I haven't attempted that. I was going to wait till the summer, but yeah, the Angry Dragon. Yeah, wait till you guys see that video tomorrow. I'll post that probably around noon Eastern Standard Time. It looks nice. But I don't think I'm going to do it again. No, not with those pieces. I wish I had a piece on me. I don't know if we have anybody. I know brass is just copper. Yeah, it is. It's got the zinc. I think it would be hard to melt. I have a higher melting point, and yeah, my two auto furnace goes up to 1200 degrees Celsius. I usually melt my copper at that because it it melts it quicker. Of course, I'm burning up my crucibles faster, but it melts it quicker and it makes it hotter. It's a nicer, smoother pour for me. It keeps it to stay liquid a little bit longer. So that's why I've been turning it up to 1200 Celsius and keeping it there. But boy, I'm the newer crucibles that I'm getting. I'm not nearly. I don't know what it was with the first 3 kilo crucible that I had. This is one of the ones one of the two that I used. I haven't used this one yet. This one hasn't even been seasoned. But the other one that I used, I've only used it maybe like five, six, seven times, and it's just about finished. But of course, when I was out there melting live and doing whatever, I had it going for a live stream. Then after the live stream, I end up keeping it going. I put more copper in there, and I end up doing another live that same day shortly afterwards. And I had that running probably like for 4.5 hours. That was my longest heating uh, ever. So I put that last crucible. I put this brother's crucible through some punishment out there because one of my other crucibles that I had just like that, my 3 kilo, I got like 18 heatings out of it, and they were 2.5 to 3 hour heatings. I'm addicted to making Noradic gold. Well, I think that's what this is. I think this is Noradic gold. No, it's not. No, it's not. Noradic gold is what? Copper and aluminum, and what else? I'm thinking. Um, yeah, this has probably had zinc in it, copper, zinc, and maybe something else. I don't know. But I ain't gonna be using those pieces anymore. Those other pieces that I got. I could run out to my garage and get it. Yeah, you're gonna make an ingot. How you feeling? Yeah, the angry dragon. Yeah, you can see if I don't know if you can quite see the face here, but he made a pop. Wait till you see that video. Look at it. He's got like a little smirk. See how like one side of his face is kind of down there a little bit. But he didn't want to go in that quench water. And when he went in there, it made a mini explosion. And the water just when the water, it was more than a geyser. The water splattered all over. I was like, wow, the angry dragon. Oh man. Where the heck is Bellows tonight? I know he was out here earlier in the streams. Yes, Deneen. How are you? How are you been doing? You getting along? You making progress? Done with the war. Yeah, this dragon's done with the war. Yeah. Where'd my other dragon go? Yeah, but if you can see those down there, this is the one I didn't really wire brush. It has some red patina on it. That was my second dragon. I used a little bit of copper cleaner on that. I used a soft bristle brush to get the sand off in it. And so far, I haven't decided to take off to use the wire wheel brush on it. That I like this one right here, the wire brush drill wire brush on my drill to clean it. I did do that with this one, and that's pure copper, and so isn't this one. Like I said, I use a soft bristled brush, and I did not use the wire wheel on this. You can see the red patina. I mean, it almost came out like this, but I brushed it with that stuff and with that copper cleaner. It didn't really have a whole lot of black on it, like some of the bars come out, like some of these hearts. Um, I used the copper cleaner on it, and it came out looking really nice. I'm deciding whether to keep it like that or not. Um, Silver, aluminum, copper, Noradic gold, silver, aluminum, and copper. Yep, the Vardes. That's it, alloy. Yes. Uh, when they get green, they look cool. But this one right here, like I said, this is something. I'm still trying to figure out what it is. I'm sure somebody that's would be able to let me know what it is. Uh, but it's definitely of the brass nature. Wish it looks gold. Wish it was gold. 17 ounces of gold. Imagine if that was gold. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, he's smirking at me. See it? Angry dragon. Maybe that's what I had to inscribe in the back of it with my Dremel tool, the angry dragon. Oh my. How are you doing, dating? You're making it. I didn't see if you're putting in the chat. You're getting better. I assume. I heard. I believe. Yeah, is I'm doing better. Awesome. 5 more weeks of physical therapy. Yeah, that'll take you some time. Awesome. Good to hear, Denny. Yeah, I was kind of hoping Bellows Forge to stop out here. Um, I was a little worried about maybe being in my garage when I probably shouldn't have did that. I was in and out of my garage. I didn't stay in there while it was really melting. I went out there a few times to check on it, but I'm not sure if it is a nickel type alloy, if there's poisonous fumes worse than copper. Um, Not 100% sure, but I had the front garage door open, but I didn't have the back door or the top window open like I usually do. So the fumes kind of go in and come out. But I appreciate you stopping by here, everyone. Thank you, Artistrine. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I've done a lot of these copper pours. I've got a few more that I want to do. Um, I was going to do another T-Bird number 45 T-Bird pour. This is 44 over here. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to stop making them after 50. 50 will be my last one, but that's 44. So I got 6 more to make. 6 more to make, and that's going to put a cap on that. But yeah, some people think I got stilts up underneath this because I got so much weight on here. I don't know how many pounds of copper and silver I've got on here, and especially with all my, oh, look at the Butterfingers. Ooh, the bag of Butterfingers. Yeah, oh yeah, even those Firebirds over there. There's the dragon that started it all right there. That guy. He didn't start it all, but he came into the play, right? I wonder if Michael's probably gone to bed. I know he had a long day. Thank you very much, Artisan. When they get green, they look cool. Okay, Rice Bobble, you still are. When they get green, they look real cool. You're talking about the copper when the copper turns green. Oops, you see. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Rice Bobble. I know when copper, as copper will naturally, I know when copper naturally tarnishes, it turns like a greenish color. We tried a magnet to the dragon to see if there's any ferrous metals. No, I haven't. I've got some pretty strong magnets too. Um, really strong magnets. I don't think it does. Here, let me stop in my other room and grab one of my magnets. I'm for sure it isn't because even if it is nickel, nickel's not magnetic. No, there's no magnetic at all. No, it's a round magnet. I've got nothing metal here. It's silver and copper, and I've got no. I've got no. I've got some. No, no, no. Oh wait, no, that's not made out of. Oh, I found something. Found something that's got some metal on it. I think that's the only thing on my desk that's got metal on it. Everything else is copper or silver or gold. Oh man. Yeah, we finally just about lost. I found something. Yeah, I think we lost just about all of our snow. It's all melted. We've had some pretty warm temperatures and all. It's all gone. There's still parking lots that have like mounds of snowbanks that are like 10 and 15 feet high. But that's about all the snow we've got now. I'm hoping we don't, knock on wood. I hope we get no more snow. I've had enough of snow this year. Yeah, I've had enough. Yeah, that's oh, I can't wait till I post that video tomorrow. I don't want to post it tonight. I like to post it in my prime time. Let's get a look at both of those dragons together. Every dragon is going to come out a little bit different. Depends on how I push it into the sand. You can see how that he's got that lip puckered down there. You're getting a reflection off from the other one. Yeah, this is the copper. And it's definitely got a yellower or like a goldish tone to it. Yeah, all the cold came to Florida. I have my heater on. Oh, no kidding. So it's cold down there? I'm not even sure what it is, but the temperature during the daytime here has been getting up to like close to 60 almost every day. And we still got some snow in the mountains in the back part of my property. I have little patches of snow here and there, but nothing that much. I'm so glad to see all that snow out of my driveway. Hey, Vegas Stacker, how you doing? Thank you very much. 7 out of 10. Woo! You see what I wait till you see that video tomorrow. It's I poured this tonight, Vegas. Um, out of some copper pieces I found that go to a welding unit, the tips and whatever. And I'm not sure what type of copper alloy it is, but it it took longer to melt, and it was the molten metal wasn't as liquid as the copper or silver. It was more. It poured much more slower. It was almost like a taffy in a way, but not quite. But I got it melted and I got it poured in there, and then I got it solidified enough to where I could take it out of the sand cast, and I popped it into my quench water, and she made a boom. She made a boom, and the water went everywhere. It's I think it's my inadvertently by accident my first copper brass alloy piece that I've made. You can tell because of the yellow on it. It's different than the actual pure copper that I've been using. And that's pure copper. That one was number 2. This is number 3, but it's an alloy. So should it be number 3 or should it just be all on it? I think it should be all on its own. Totally different. I can't call it number 3. Can I? What do you think? Number 3? Call it an alloy? Alloy? The Angry Dragon. He's even got his lip puckered. Oh. Thank you for stopping by. You're probably working. Yeah, it must be some other type of metal. Yeah, there's definitely some other type of metal in there. It's the, those electric welders they use. They have the copper tips at the end. They look like copper, but they're not. They're copper, yes, but there's something else. They're an alloy or something. I don't know what else is in there. I'm trying to figure that out, and I was hoping that maybe Bellows Forge would pop on here, and I could get some information from him on what he thought maybe it was. I had a bunch of pieces that I had found that were thrown out, and I grabbed them, and they look like they're copper, but I don't think they were. But I decided to melt it, and I was almost about ready to give up because it didn't look like it was melting, but one piece was kind of in there crossways and was stopping the other pieces that were really red hot from going down. Have a good night, Vegas. See you in the streams. Take it easy. Have a good night. Oh, my dogs think they hear something. They're in the other room growling. Oh, well. Yeah, well, there it is, I guess, guys. I'll have to get a hold of Bellows tomorrow, maybe, or something, and maybe call him up and chat with him. But thank you very much, you, for stopping in. Thank you, Vegas Stacker. Thank you, Danine. Thank you so much. Yeah, smash that like button, please, if you would. I'm just waiting for Mrs. Teber to get done work. She's still working. I got home on time for the first time in a month tonight. It was 11 o'clock when I got home. I haven't been getting home till about almost midnight. But yeah, think hard. It might be nickel. It has a higher melting point than copper. I know zinc should have made it harder to melt. Yeah, zinc or nickel. That's possible. I don't know. I probably shouldn't have been in and out of the garage while it was melting. Like I said, I didn't have the top window open in my second story. I had the front door open, the entry door, not the garage door. I only had that door open. I didn't have the second story window open like I usually do. So I get like a slight draft going up where everything from down below goes up. I mean, it's a good sized garage. It's a 28 by 32 foot garage. But I was a little worried that maybe I shouldn't have maybe been in there and breathing some of the air that is in there because it could have been, zinc or whatever. So I was a little concerned about that, but I feel all right. I love mixing metals to come up with. Yeah, that's why with the brass and whatever, I was trying to put that off until the summer to do the brass, so I could have the garage doors fully open or actually do it outside. But anyways, everyone, I hear Miss Stewart in the other room. I'm gonna go spend some time with her. Thank you so much for stopping in. Thank you, Artistry. Thank you, Deneen. Thank you, Yeo. Appreciate each and every one of you. I already said thank you to Vegas. He's probably gone. I had a few other people in there. Razbabo. Thank you, Razbabo. Had some other subscribers, I think. I'm not sure. They came in the beginning. I don't know if they're subscribed to me. Matthew Bombs. I don't know who he was, but there was another person besides that. Chew was in there. He was the first one. And Milton Otto. I'm not sure who he was. But anyways, guys, what's the bird? What's the word? Danny knows what the word is. Bird's the word. Alrighty, guys. Have a good night. D-Bird out. 5, 4, 3. Thank you, Danny, my Alaskan sister. 2, 1. Thank you, you. Have a good night. T-Bird out.